I just started the SHRM certification course. Any advice? Yes, I have plenty of advice on the SHRM certification course. So it is a lot of information for the SHRM certification. Good information. Pace yourself when you are going through the course. So pace yourself because it's a lot to take in when you take the test. The advice that I got when I got my certification is the advice I'm going to give you now. You want to answer it depending on which level of certification that you're taking to. So you want to answer it as a whole. I actually took the test twice, and with the same advice. And the first advice was answer the questions when you get to them how you would answer in your own company. And at the time in my own company, I was able to make all the decisions. I didn't have to ask permission or do anything. So that's how I was answering the question. But when I took it the second time, I took it as if I did have to report to somebody, a higher up in HR, and how I would go about asking them that question. And so the second time I passed. The first time I did not, but it was a lot of studying. It was weeks of studying. I want to say 12 weeks of studying, a lot of information. I took off from work 2 days before just so I can get my mind right, and did every meditation, relaxation, that you could think of to try to go and to take this test stress-free. You knew immediately at that time when I took it if you passed or failed. So I was very, very happy when you click the last answer in and click submit and it said pass. So I was very, very happy about that. They don't make you wait. They let you know right then and there whether you pass or fail. So good luck on taking that. It is good information. SHRM, Society of Human Resource Management, is what SHRM stands for. And it's a community of human resource professionals who collaborate. I wouldn't be where I am in human resources without them. So it was the best career decision in human resources that I've ever made. So good luck to you. Tell me what I should know about you that's not listed on your resume. So when someone asks you that question in an interview, again, they're just trying to get to know you. Because a lot of times people answer questions that are on their resume. And, I want to know what's on your resume, obviously, and hopefully what's on your resume is true. But I also want to know about you as a person. So sometimes they'll say, tell me what's not on your resume. So on my resume, I don't have that I'm an author. I don't have that I have written books. So that's not on my resume because it depends on, again, the type of position that you're going for. So if somebody was to ask me, can you tell me something that's not on my resume, that's not on your resume, that's one of the things that I would say. I would also say is my love for little dogs is also not on my resume, but that's something about me. So you want to talk about things that you can say on an intercom in a building that you would not be embarrassed for people to know. They want to know about you. They want to know if you're a good fit in their culture, their work culture. So that's why they try to get to know you and ask little things. So you don't have to share things about personal family or friends or religion, but you want to have a connection. And so they ask you that to see if they can have a connection with you or if you can have a connection with them. How to answer the question, what motivates you appropriately without saying getting a paycheck? So we got a lot of money questions on here today, so that's good. How to answer the question, what motivates you appropriately without saying getting a paycheck? Well, getting a paycheck does motivate a lot of people. I mean, you work so you can get paid. But what does motivate you? A lot of people, your family motivates you, to support them, to provide for them. A lot of people are self-motivated. So they want to, they're self-motivated. So they don't need outside of their own internal self to be motivated. So you can just say, I always say, I'm self-motivated. I'm also motivated to to be successful and to try to do the very best that I can. So I don't always need somebody to pump me up to be able to do a good job. Money is needed, which is why I'm working, because if not, I'd be coming here to try to volunteer, but I'm trying to come here to get a job. So that's almost a given. So that's why they know you're working there, is because, you know, you want money so you can provide for your family. So you don't even have to say to get a paycheck. You know, come up with something else. Something else motivates you other than money. Something motivates everyone other than money. Should you provide your social media platforms to potential employers? Please don't. And hopefully they won't ask you to. If you don't want to provide your social media platforms, why would you? What are you trying to show them? You know, not that, like my social media platforms. Employer may not want to know, see 1,000 pictures of my dog. You know, that's what's on my social media platforms. There will be no reason for me to share that with them. So it's not that there's anything inappropriate. It's just that maybe I don't want my dog to be famous. I mean, who knows? So you should not provide them with that. As a matter of fact, if you're looking for a job and you have anything slightly inappropriate or could be misconstrued as inappropriate, do not share your social media platforms, and they should be on private if you have anything inappropriate on them. How many pages should my resume have? A lot of people are stuck on one-page resumes, and they are nice to be able to see everything on one page. But sometimes you have more information that goes beyond one page. And unless you're doing a 7 font letters on your resume, all the information may not fit on one page. So I like one page, but I also like 2-page resumes too. I would encourage people not to go past 2 for a resume. So 1 to 2 pages. And some people are like, why should there even be 2 pages? It depends on how much experience you have. And again, you want to talk about experience you have as it relates to the position that you're going after. So you want to make sure that all the pertinent information is on the resume. If it goes past the first page, it's okay. Don't feel beaten up. A lot of these resume writers will be like, it only needs to be 1 page. It only needs to be 1 page. HR professionals only look at 1 page. That's not true. As an HR professional who looks at resumes all day long, I read 1 and 2 pages. I've read a 3-page. I might have said, why is this 3 pages to myself? But you're not going to get penalized for having a 2-page resume. All of your information just didn't fit on the first page. Now, if you don't have a lot of information or a lot of information to give, and you've dragged it on 2 pages, then that's ridiculous. But if you've only had 1 place you've worked or 2 places you've worked, it shouldn't be on 2 pages. You should be able to get all your information on 1 page. But if you've worked a lot of places and that information, not necessarily the job listed itself, but the information and experience that you've gotten from there, which is going to help you get this job you're getting ready to apply for, needs to be on your resume, then it can go to 2 pages. But you just don't want to have 2 pages for no reason. Don't waste space on a resume by putting your picture on there. Pictures don't belong on a resume. Don't, use the space wisely. If you're going to get the HR person's attention, let them read things that's going to help you get the position that you're going after. Again, it can be 2 pages. A lot of resume writers, these resume experts who are not HR experts, there's a difference. A lot of resume experts are saying 1 page. That is not true. Your resume can be 2 pages. HR representatives do read 2-page resumes. So don't get work caught up in it just has to be 1 page. So if it needs to be 2 pages, it can.